What is up, people, and welcome back to another episode of the Career Mode. We're into episode number 127. And today, guys, we have the game against Real Madrid, the long-awaited game against Real Madrid. And it's not that long awaited because we've already played the first leg. This is the second leg, of course, traveling over to the Santiago Bernabeu. If you missed the last game we played against them, of course, go back and watch that first. All this won't make any sense to you at all. For anybody who does not want the episode spoiling, click off the video now. But if you remember back to that first leg we had against Real Madrid, we take a 4-1 aggregate lead back to the Santiago Bernabeu, which is crazy. To take back a 3-goal advantage to the second leg, and not only that, be the team in control against a team like Real Madrid playing at their ground. They have to come forward. We effectively are in control, and it will not be happy, or it will not make the fans happy, rather. You know, the fans at Real Madrid do not like to see another team coming here and being in complete control from the first whistle, and that's exactly what we have. You can see as well, guys, Leeds United, briefly on your screen, managed to overturn their game against Barcelona, winning on penalties by 4-3 overall in the shootout, which is pretty interesting to say the least. So, potentially, guys, it's setting up that there's a possibility we can either pull Leeds in the next round, or if we manage to escape them and we get through to the final, it could be an Inter Milan Leeds United final of the Champions League in our first season since departing at Ellen Road and coming over to Inter Milan. That would be crazy to have in the first year. But 13 minutes in, Real Madrid, as I mentioned, would have to come out all attacking, all guns blazing from minute one, and they were looking to do that fantastic tackle in the area, in all honesty, and I was a bit frustrated the fact that the ball bounced back to them there, but Lou makes an incredible save to keep the score at 0-0. 26 minutes on the clock. I started to find myself in the way into the game. So, João Mario whipping a cross in, gets a bit of lucky as the ball comes punching out, and I thought, why are you not going on the volley there, João Mario? Why is he going with the header? No idea. He possibly would have made it 1-0, and then this happened, guys. This is incredible. Watch this. Doncer, down the left-hand side, 41 minutes in, tries to whip in a cross, it comes out. Vincenzini, first time right-footed volley, rattles the crossbar. I was gutted for Vincenzini. That would have been an incredible goal had he have scored it, but unfortunately not meant to be. 45 minutes, stroke of half-time. EAAs came into play, and we took the lead in the game. So, you know, if you're a Real Madrid fan at this point, it's safe to say you weren't very happy with the team because we were 5-1 up as Inter Milan on aggregate, and we had an away goal, which meant that if Real Madrid wanted to go through or even test us, they would have to score 4 goals to take this game to extra time, and they'd have to win the game by 4-1, provided we don't score again in this leg, which, to be honest, looks unlikely, let's face it. So, the fact of the matter is, guys, we're pretty much through, in my opinion, and that pretty much sealed the deal. Amang nodding that one past Lopez in between the sticks there, and in all honesty, it was a very poor performance from Real Madrid in both the legs, especially at home as well. In front of the home fans, when you got nothing to lose, you would like to think they'd play a little bit better than they did. Second half, nothing happened, and that was the way the game ended. So we took a 1-0 victory from the game overall, but a 5-1 aggregate win as well. Absolutely smashing Real Madrid there as well. You can see Juventus drawing 1-1 with Manchester United, makes it 2-1 to United over the 2 legs as well. So they go through to the semi-final. So some very interesting teams in there. You got to look at Leeds United, of course. They won their game. United going through as well. So 2 English teams. We obviously met United so many times as the Leeds United boss. And then you've got PSG managing to overcome. I do believe they played Manchester City. So PSG were potentially a team we were looking to go to before we joined Inter Milan. There was the draw though for the next round, which will be played, I think, in the upcoming next episode. But I could be wrong there. It might be the episode after that. But you can see, guys, we did in fact draw Manchester United. So I'm pretty happy to say the least. I mean, Manchester United or PSG, either one of those 2 teams would have been pretty good for us to draw. Of course, PSG coming through the same group we did. But then you've got to look at the fact that Leeds United are still in this. So the team that I mentioned way back when the Champions League kicked off are potentially the team we could meet in the final, which will not be fun to do at all. So, of course, we've got that leg against Manchester United still to come. They knocked out other Italian team in Juventus, who have not been as good as us, but have not really, you know, sort of not dropped either. So they've already knocked out one Italian team, so the potential there for them to do it a second time. And unfortunately, we'll have to see how it goes, man, because, of course, United have got a pretty good team. They've got a very good attacking threat. The defence is somewhat weak, but we'll have to see what we do against them. But up until that point, guys, more league games to come in this episode. And you can see the first of which comes in this sim game here at home against Sassuolo. You can see the team on the left-hand side of the screen, rather, is what I meant to say there. The team that we did, in fact, name, and their team on the right. Williams gave us an early lead 10 minutes into the game with an early goal there. So pretty decent from the number 11 since coming over from Athletic Bilbao. They did, in fact, equalise on the 44th minute, though. but we did go back 2-1 ahead through another Williams goal on the 53rd minute in this time and this occasion. I do believe we got on to score one more before the game did in fact end, although I could be wrong. I was wrong. We didn't score a third. What am I talking about? We ended up winning it by 2-1. We got 3 points. The number 3 is in there, but it's not quite where I thought it was. But still, a 3-point victory there. I'll take it every day of the week. And you can see as well, guys, that takes us now 4 games to go in the season. Juventus still behind us as well. So potentially by the end of this episode, we could be mathematically secure as champions of the Calcio A, which will be good to see. But I mean, like I said, at the end of the day, I wasn't expecting anything less than this when I came into Inter Milan. Yes, the other teams in the league are very good, but the team that we had here was pretty much already set. We just needed to add a few new additions to it, and we would have a title-winning team, which I personally think, even if I'd have signed nobody in January, I still would have gone on to win the title. So maybe that's a bit big-headed, maybe it's a bit cocky, but at the end of the day, that's the way I see it. And you can see we've got a game coming up here against Napoli. As I said, 4 games to go. We win this one, and depending on results at Juventus, we could be mathematically secure by the end of the 90 minutes on the clock. Napoli, though, are no slouches. We've met them a couple of times in the series so far. They've given us some good games, and other times, if you remember back to the semi-final of the National Coppa Nazionale, was it called? They ended up losing 3-1 in the first leg to us, or 3-0 rather in the first leg to us. So, you know, in all honesty, guys, Napoli, they've been a bit of a hit and miss team against me in this series. And of course, Napoli are that sort of team that can either do really well or they can not do too great in terms of this series. So they've obviously lost Higuain in real life as well, which is a bit weird, honestly. I mean, Higuain's gone to Juventus and he seems to do quite well for himself over there. So, you know, if you're a Napoli fan, by the way, guys, let me know sort of in the comments how you feel about that transfer. Because obviously I don't watch too much of the Italian football. I don't know too many Italian people either. So I don't know too many people who support anybody other than Juventus, really. I think I know a couple of Juventus fans, but I've never really got the sort of side of the Napoli fans. So if you're a Napoli fan and you watch my videos, let me know what you sort of made of the Higuain saga when he went to Juventus. Do you sort of see it as a traitor? You're not bothered? Because I know like some people aren't bothered about it, and then other people can be frustrated when a player moves to a rival like that. So, you know, some people take it differently. But if you're a Napoli fan, let me know in the comments how you took that transfer. Because I've known in the past when RVP, for example, went to Manchester United, I was pissed. But, you know, at the end of the day, he went to move and try and win the league, and that's exactly what happened. So you have to say his decision to move was right in a sense, but obviously being an Arsenal fan, I'm not going to take that lightly. But you can see this game against Napoli, guys, as we go back into the episode, not off on a tangent like I was going there. And straight from the kickoff, we managed to have the first chance of the game. Napoli, fantastic move here. You can see they beat Renato Sanchez. I don't know why I tried to make that tackle. Great run here. And I honestly just, when it comes in so early into a game, I don't get my feet sorted out quick enough. And thankfully, that was offside because Lou made the save initially, but it was bouncing to an open Napoli man. And had he have not made that save, it could have been much worse. Or had it have not been offside, it could have been much worse. And you can see here, guys, 45 minutes on the clock. We had a lot of the possession. And Murillo, you've just got to smash that, son. Not tap it goalwards like he did. He has to smash that top bins. And we would have been going in at the break at 1-0 up, but unfortunately not meant to be. 51 minutes on the clock, though. Second half came around. Renato Sanchez on the ball, driving at the heart of the defence, gets past a couple of players, and man leaves his position there. The centre-back cannot be doing that, and Renato Sanchez gets in and simply smashes that one past the Napoli goalkeeper in between the sticks, which I think was Lilai, but I could be wrong. It could have actually been substituted out before the game, because if you remember back, it was Lilai in between the sticks for Napoli originally, but I didn't quite catch their team in this one, so I don't know who's between the sticks. I'm going to guess it is Lilai in between the sticks. It looks like it is as well, with the number 1 there, but nevertheless, Renato Sanchez gave us the lead in the second half. A fantastic strike goalwards. No idea what Lilai's doing there. He should have been able to put his right hand out and possibly make the save, but it did come out in with pace, so, you know, you can take nothing away from Sanchez. 60 minutes into the game now, we had another chance. Napoli trying to be a bit cheeky round the back there, trying to play the ball. I have no idea what they tried to do there. Get past the man with Jovetic. Jovetic skips inside. A rare start for the Montenegro man as he grabbed himself a goal. Regardless, guys, Jovetic, honestly, he's just not played. He hasn't played here at Inter Milan, and he's not going to play. I know he's got a goal in this one, but at the end of the day, he's in his 30s now. He's declining rapidly in his physical side of the game, and his finishing's poor as well. I'm saying that as he's just scored, but it's very true. His stats-wise, he's not good enough for this Inter Milan team. And I say that as he gets the second goal as well. He ends up getting a brace from this game. Just making a shout, basically, for a chance to get himself back into the starting 11. But you know what? He hasn't played or featured for me at all since my time moving over to the Inter Milan side. This is the first game he's played, and he only played in this one due to fitness reasons. If I'd had players that could have substituted in and played this game instead, he wouldn't have been playing. So in the space of literally, I'd say, what is that now? Possibly 30, 40 minutes of in-game time. We've gone from a 0-0 ball draw to a 3-0 lead. 2 of the goals coming from Jovetic, who hasn't played all season. crazy. You can see 90th minute on the clock as well. Napoli having one more chance before the final whistle did in fact come. Great skill there to get past the man. And honestly, guys, I just don't know why I didn't keep a clean sheet. I tried to go for more goals. I shouldn't have done it. I should have just set my my unit up in a sense and tried to make sure that we got the clean sheet from this one and gave Lou something to cheer about from the game. But unfortunately, wasn't able to do so. Good finish in the end. Lou beaten maybe a little bit too easily there, but you can take nothing away from the finish. It was quite good. Tried a little long range, a cheeky shot there, but unfortunately, it was so tame, it went bouncing into the keeper's hands. 90 minutes on the clock, though. 3-1 victory, 3 points on the board as well. And as I said, depending on results at Juventus, we could, of course, go on to be mathematically secure as champions of the Calcio A. You'll see the league table in a second. As of right now, I don't know the outcome of that Juventus game because I haven't recorded it yet, so we'll have to wait and see in the next episode. If you've enjoyed this one, though, guys, leave a like rating, of course, and thank you all, as I say all the time towards the back end of the episodes, for giving so much support on the channel. I appreciate everything you guys do for me and the channel. That's going to be it from me. Stay tuned for another video, as per usual, at 4 o'clock UK time. I'll see you all then. Adios.